This is your one and only 𝐹irespark81 with your daily dose of video goodness, and welcome back to the final episode of our This Old Longhouse Draugr village renovation. So when we last left off, we did the bakery and a few other things, but we had finished up here with our absolutely amazing bakery. I love the way that this thing turned out. And we have one final house to do here, and then we have a few finishing touches that I want to put on the overall village, and then it will be done. So for our last house here, I kind of feel like this is the lumberjack, like this is the person who runs the camp here or does the majority of the work. This is where they live, since we turned this here into the bakery and not some type of like longhouse for multiple lumberjack people. I feel like this is what this should be, but we're only going to do one person since it's relatively small. We do have a situation here where we have a little bit of grass peeking through, and we're going to have to clear that up. That is easy enough to do. We'll just come over here, grab our pathing tool, and be like, bam, bam, bam. There we go. Just knock that grass out of here so we don't have it growing inside the house, because we don't want that. So we're going to start off with the bed. Now, I don't want a single bed. I actually want to try a new design that I haven't done before. So we're going to place down a bed right against the wall like that. And then we're going to come over here and we are going to grab our slanty pieces, and we're going to place a slanty piece right about there. Now let's check to see if that's going to get us what we want. Nope, it's going to have to be further back. So we're going to have to do a little bit of eyeing up here, because I want basically 1.5 of a half. So I want something like about that high right there. And this is the easiest way I know to go about doing this. So we're going to grab this and see if we can get it lined up with the corner of the bed. And we're going to bring it in just a little bit to right about there. Now that should be what we're looking for. Yep, that's exactly what I want. Okay, great. So because I know this one is where we need it to be, what we are going to do is attach that like so, and then place another one. Now this is going to be a little bit off, but I can hold shift, and well, if it decides to stop being dumb, I can line this up perfectly. Yep, that's pretty close, and that should get us to where we need to be for our other one here. And then we are just going to line it up and eye it up. And those should be pretty dang close. Okay, so now let's delete all of this. And now we're gonna have to make a platform for this to go across here for the bed to go on, but that's just to place it. Once we place the bed, I should be able to delete those, because the bed is going to be clipping through the wall ever so slightly, so we need to line the bed up. There we go, looks pretty good. Now we have a slight situation where we're not quite touching with our pillars here, so we're actually going to delete those because I changed my mind. I don't like the way it looks. We're gonna replace them here. Let's see if we just leave it too high. Let's just see how this looks. Sometimes you do things and then you come back around and you're like, I don't like it. Let's see if this looks better. And you know what? I think that looks better. So now I really wish I could get, well, we might be able to. We could place it along the wall and attach it to the wall instead of the floor, eye it up with the floor, and just kind of place that in there like so. And then to get to this other one, I'm probably gonna have to delete a few walls and step outside. Let's see here to get to this other side. Yep, so let's do that. And then we're gonna do the same thing over here. Line it up with the floor, place it in the back, and yeah, that looks like a bunk bed, and I like it. Now that we have the bunk bed, I want to do a very tiny fireplace area. So we are going to knock that out. We're going to come over here and grab a fire. Actually, you know what? I have a better idea. We're going to make a completely custom fireplace where we don't need any fuel and we don't need a campfire. So let's put our floor back. And we're going to grab our little 1x1 pieces here. And what we're going to do is snap one like that, one like that. And then the other one is going to be facing on the wall. And that way we can actually push it through the one that is there. And then we're gonna place it down like that. Now what I wanna do here is get some type of stone piece back in there. So let's see what we can push down in there and how it's gonna look. So that doesn't wanna cooperate with us. We may have to get a little fancy. All right, there we go. So we have our little bit of stone there on the ground. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our item stands and we are going to just place a couple of them side by side like so. Get them really close together. And then we're gonna place a bunch of ♪ trophies on top of them. And now that we have that, I wanna try to break up that visual of the ♪. I mean, cause you can see them there, they don't quite look like a campfire, something like that. And I wanna make it look more like a fire and not like, I don't even know what's going on in there, but there's fire coming off of it situation. So in order to do that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna delete this wall again. I should just leave this wall off of here. And we are going to place one of these down like so. And then we're gonna grab our miscellaneous tab. We're gonna grab a coal pile and we're just gonna kinda, we're gonna have to move that in a little bit more, but I think this is gonna work. There we go. Now that looks way more like a fire full of coals. Just a small little fire, nothing too crazy, and less like ♪ heads. But now I don't like this border that we have around here, and we're gonna need to change that up with something that looks a little more fireplacey than what we have now. So that took a lot of work and a lot of effort. Essentially what I did is I used our sink in the ground method, grabbed one of these, you guys know how it goes, and then I used the stones and I sunk them down, you know, to the point where they are here, just to make it look like, you know, they got a fire in here. They just piled a bunch of stones and made a fire in the background. I like the way it looks. It's very rustic and very just like, yes, I know there's a fire against the edge of the wall there, but you know, imagination. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna take this one here and we are going to attach it to the back, like you see there, right about to there. And then we're gonna take this one and we are going to attach this one to the side wall and create just a little bit of overlap between the two, like that. And now that we've done that, we can grab one of our item frames and we can stick it right smack dab in the middle. Let's rotate it just a little bit. There we go. And then we're gonna cover that up with a huge piece of lox meat. And of course, when we place it, the lox meat is down inside the grill and I don't want that. So we're just gonna stack a few of these to pull it up out of the lox grill a little, or out of the grill a little bit. Yeah, pull it out of the lox grill. Pull it out of the grill a little bit. So yeah, there we go. That works. It's only in there a little bit now, but it still looks good. I like that. That looks really quaint and fun. All right, fire is complete. Bunk beds are complete. Now let's work on a little bit of a table style situation. And I feel like that would probably be right about here somewhere. I know this is usually where I put them in these small houses, but it's like, what else room do you have? Like it's either here or here. And I have an idea for here. So we're gonna place it right here. There we go. That's looking pretty good. But you know what I think it needs? I think it needs a little bit of food, just some food somewhere. So let's place this down angled like that and see what it looks like if we slap a piece of bread down. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Now it looks a little more lively. Now back here in the corner, just for funsies, I'm going to place down an armor stand because I think it'll look cool to be here in the back. Just a little bit of armor stand action. No crazy armor on it, but we do want to make sure that we get a large axe. So let's grab a battle axe. And then we're gonna come over here and grab just some plain old leather pants and a leather tunic. No helmet, just a leather pants, leather tunic, and an axe. There we go. That looks pretty good. I'm kind of annoyed that the axe well, no, okay, maybe it's not. For a second there, it looked like it was inside the wall, but it's just the angle. It actually looks pretty good right about there. And then here in the corner, I want to make like a little bookshelf. So what we're going to do, we're going to grab that and we're going to place that right in the wall like so. And then if we grab this one and we place it down, if we place another one, it should line it up perfectly. Yep, there we go. It's actually a little too wide for what I want. So let's grab another one, and this should just help us line things up regardless. We just got to make sure that it's placed against this and hold down shift. Okay, does that bring it in just a little bit? Yeah. Okay, so now we can delete our guides here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to grab this again, and we are going to just kind of hold down shift and place it back until it gets to the point that does that, and then just bring it forward 1. And then same thing over here. Just place it all the way back until it does that. Bring it forward 1. All right, so there we have like a cool little shelf edge type situation. Now what we can do is we can just place a few item stands down, a little haphazardly like here and there, and then we'll place one right here like that, and then one over here. There we go. And then let's fill them with some of that, and we will also, so let's place, oh, nope, I do not like that. Let's place the smaller one there. Yeah, there we go. And then we'll place this one down here. Hopefully it doesn't clip into anything. It does a little bit, but it's at the top, so you can't really see it, so that's fine. And then we'll grab one of these, and let's get one of the smelly sacks because they're fun. All right, and then we'll place that down there, and that doesn't clip at all. That's fantastic. And we'll place one of those there. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I like that. That looks pretty good there. A little bit of smelly sack action. What's in it? Nobody knows, but it's definitely smelly. All right, let's place one more of these just forward just a little bit. I just want to see what it looks like if we throw a turnip in there. Can I even throw a turnip? No, we cannot, because why would I want to put a raw turnip on display? You know, why would I want to do that? Because I freaking want to do it. All right, whatever. We're going to leave that as is. Cool little shelving area there, a little bit of storage. I like it. Now to cover up the front of the bunk beds here, we're going to do a similar thing. We are going to grab this and just shove that back in the bunk beds ever so slightly. Like that. There we go. Yeah, I like the way that looks. Covers up a little bit of that shenanigans there in the front. Kind of completes the bunk beds, pulls it all together. Now I think we need a rug in here. So let's grab a deer rug and we're going to place it like that. And then let's just line that up. Yeah, there we go. A little bit of shenanigans going on there, but I like it. The rug looks nice right through the middle. And I think that's it. This isn't going to be too fancy. It's not going to be too cluttered. We got just enough stuff. They got a little storage there, a little armor stand. There's stuff happening there. There's a little bit of action happening there. Overall, I like the way that that looks. Looks kind of like a lumberjack house to me, I guess. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Does it look like a lumberjack house to you? What do you think about our custom fire design? All right, so we're pretty much done. There's one other thing I want to do. We have this space right here, and I kind of feel like we need a little bit of something here. So we're going to create a little custom shrubbery to go in right in here. And now that everything has settled down into the ground, there we go. We got just a little splash of color in there, some little tiny trees and little mixed shrubs going on in here. And that's just something there because we just needed something there. It was just too bare right there. So we just threw that stuff in there, a little bit of shrubbery, and I think that it looks pretty good. All right, let's take a look at our final overview of our build. Alright, so let me know what y'all think about this build down in the comments section. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did it give you any inspiration to do your own kind of stuff? Did you learn anything? Because that's important too. And if you enjoyed this video, want to see more stuff like it, consider hitting that subscribe button and notification bell so you can be notified when I upload other videos. Alright, I want to give an absolute massive shout out and thank you to my supporters on Patreon for making this episode possible. Y'all are absolutely amazing people. If you would like to join my elite crew Patreon supporters, please check out the link in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. If you're shy, you don't like to comment, just hit that thumbs up button and show your support. Until next time, thanks for watching.